This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Jim Henson'S Fraggle Rock, brought to us by Marvel Productions and Jim Henson Productions. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm the Big D, and this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday Morning TVLog is on the animated series of Fraggle Rock. Originally known as Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock on the title screen and then later marketed as Fraggle Rock the Animated Series. A fun-filled animated series that served as sort of a continuation to the original series, which had just been canceled that same year. The series originally premiered on NBC on September 12, 1987. Now, of course, the series was produced by Jim Henson Productions along with Marvel Productions, who had recently collabed with them on Muppet Babies a few years prior, which was still big at that time. Now, and of course, the animated series followed the same formula as its live-action predecessor, including the same theme song, but re-recorded with the cartoon character voice actors. Many episodes consisted of two 15-minute stories. However, a few present a single half-hour, 30-minute plot. The animated version carried on the tradition of original songs. Yes, it had musical numbers just like the live-action series, with at least one tune per episode, including a few recycled from the original series, such as the tune Let Me Be Your Song. Now, in its original run, the animated episodes were bookended by footage of the original puppet version of Uncle Traveling Matt introduced in the show from Doc's Workshop. The animated version of Fraggle Rock consisted of 13 episodes produced and aired. The most noticeable difference is that, unlike the live-action version, the animated version of Doc is shown from the neck down, just like Nanny on Muppet Babies. Yes. Now then, as a kid, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to see this show. I will explain about that in a little bit. Yes, after a total of 13 episodes were produced and aired, the show ended on December 5th of 87, but however continued in reruns. Now, of course, yes, only a couple of episodes had one full story. The first episode, No Fraggle is an Island, and the other being the 8th episode, The Great Fraggle Freeze. So now then, if I multiply this by the 11 episodes, which had 2 episodes produced, so overall there was an overall total of 24 cartoons produced that were actually shown. Now, of course, Jim Henson himself, along with Margaret Loesch of Marvel Productions, actually were executive producers of the series. Now, of course, the series did become such a fun-filled experience after I finally watched it in reruns. After this, it was later shown in reruns from May of 1990 to June of 95 on Disney Channel, and then later on it got shown on Odyssey pre-Hallmark Channel when it was owned by Henson and Hallmark. But afterwards, the show has never been seen again. Now, I kind of thought the series was formerly on Apple TV, well, formerly Apple TV Plus, but it looks like it's no longer available, but even though its live-action predecessor is. But anyway, the series did get released on physical media in the UK at first. 2 tapes were released, and then there was also the first 2 episodes released on a single disc DVD in the UK by Hit Entertainment. So it never did get released on physical media here in the US until January of 2010 when Lionsgate released the complete series on a 2-disc set. About 8.5 years later, Sony announced a 12-disc complete series Blu-ray of the main Fraggle Rock series, along with all 13 episodes of the animated series to be included. A few months later, they re-released um, a complete the complete series set, which was a separate to this set. Now, the big set Blu-ray set was released on September 25th, 2018. Of course, it's on DVD and Blu-ray, so you should have no trouble finding this show. So evidently, you've got a good chance. Now, it's tough to find these episodes now. If you can't find it on physical media, I wish I knew there would be someplace. But it looks like I found the American Archive, and I think I knew I should have looked there first to find the episodes we're going to. Even though it's only been a few years since I last saw this. I last saw most of the episodes on Hulu, back when it was free. But anywho, the characters look just as well as they did on them in the actual live action series from their original puppet forms. So I will say this is really, really good. So it proved to be a good series and great characters, just like what you saw in the original series. Please stand by. Okay, now, when Fraggle Rock first aired, it aired at the 10 o'clock time slot, as I can see here. Well, yes, but unfortunately, that was the time that CBS was airing Pee Wee's Playhouse at the time, and I was already big on that. And then they sent it to an and then later on they sent it to the 11 o'clock time slot where Alf was formerly occupied. Alf, the animated series, took its spot. But unfortunately, Popeye and Son was on at that time, so henceforth, now you know I failed to see the show. But anyway, after finally watching the Fraggle Rock animated series, I have to say it's very fun. I actually do like the new cool sounding theme song. It still sounds just as good as the original version. But anyway, you've got all the same great characters that you know and enjoy from the actual series. Okay, now, of course, we still got the usual main cast of Fraggles. We got Gobo, Mookie, Wembley, Boober, and Red. Plus, we got the Gorgs and the Trash Heap, Uncle Traveling Matt, the Doozers. Yes, all of them are there. Now, for the voice acting cast, we have Bob Bergen voicing Wembley. He would later go on to voice several Looney Tunes characters and also host the short lived kids' version of Jeopardy known as Jep. Voicing Gobbo Fraggle is Townsend Coleman, who that same year would go on to voice Michelangelo in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. He also later went on to voice the animated Wayne Gretzky on Pro Stars and as the titular character of Waldo on Where's Waldo, the animated series, the original, and the Tick as well. And many others. Voicing Red Fraggle is Barbara Goodson, who you would mostly would know best as Rhea Repulsa from Power Rangers years later. She had also lent her voice to other shows, including Avatar: The Last Airbender and the original G.I. Joe, as well as Kissy Fur, Saban's Adventures of Oliver Twist, the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s, and also from I believe she also did the Chucklewood Career series as well, because I know she voiced Buttons the Bear Cub in the Christmas Tree Train. Now, of course, let me go back to some others. Townsend Coleman also voiced the Wrench Doozer and Architect Doozer. Barbara Goodson voiced the Wingnut Doozer. Voicing Junior Gorg is Michael Laskin. He's not very good. He looks good, but he doesn't sound close to as good as the voice from the original series. Not even close enough. Next voice in Moki Fraggle is Mona Marshall. Now, of course, she's well known for doing voices on South Park, as well as various anime series and movies. She had also done CBS Story Break, All Grown Up, Jackie Chan Adventures, and many others. Actually, on South Park, she's the voice of Sheila Broflovsky, I don't have to try and throw in there just in case you didn't know what that was. She also voices Collar Pin Doozer. Yes, that little girl Doozer makes an appearance just like she did on the original series. Voicing Ma Gorgas Patty Paris, who recently lent her voice to tunes like Jabberjaw, The Galloping Ghost, Yogi Space Race, and Shirt Tales. Rob Paulsen, another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles voice actor who would voice Raphael as well as Haji in the New Adventures of Johnny Quest and Yakko and Pinky in the Animaniacs series. He also voiced PJ in Goof Troop as well as a Goofy movie and an extremely Goofy movie and many other cartoons. The list could go on. He voiced Boober and others. Voicing now, then we have Uncle Traveling Matt, Paul Gorg, and Flange Doozer, voiced by Patrick Penny, who recently lent his voice to cartoons such as Black Star and others. That same year, he lent his voice to Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures. That same year, where he voiced the titular character. Yes. Then we have Stu Rosen as Storyteller Fraggle. Now, of course, we have Dave Goelz voicing Uncle Traveling Man in the book in this segment. Voicing Doc is John Stephenson. Yes, unfortunately, it's a shame they didn't get the original guy. And also he voices the Trash Heaps companions of Philo and Gunge. Yep. Please stand by. Okay, I had to find where I could get info on Marjorie the Trash Heap. She's voiced by Rob Paulsen as well. Others I do remember from the Fraggle Rock series. Let's see. Bob Bergen also voices the world's oldest Fraggle in this series. Yes, this character appeared. So anyway, now you know about this. But wait a minute, am I forgetting something? Might as well show you what the characters look like in animated form in case you've never seen the series. Here's an actual look of the Fraggles in animated form. Now you can tell who they are. I'm sure if you've seen the series, you know who they are. Anyway, all the other characters look pretty good, just like their puppet counterparts in ways, but some look in different color forms, especially Marjorie the Trash Heap. Oh yes, one other thing I forgot. I failed to mention Sprocket. Doc's dog is in this as well, and we do see an anime version of him. So now you know about the animated version of Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock. Short-lived, but overall it's pretty fun and what have you. I'd say the Internet Archive is the only place I know of you could probably find this to stream, but I think you can find it on physical media for a decent price, so you should be able to do good in getting that if you are into this. So, what did you think of the animated Fraggle Rock? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, click the bell icon for more notifications, be a part of the Big D Nation, continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. And join me later tonight when I bring to you a spoiler-free review of Nezha 2. So if you like this, check out these other fun-filled things that the late great Jim Henson has given to us. In the upper left-hand corner, you can check out my Saturday Morning TVLog on Jim Henson's Muppet Babies. In the upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog on Jim Henson's Dog City, which was done after well, Mr. Henson's passing. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent TV log on the original Fraggle Rock series from 1983. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guide. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is the New Kids on the Block animated series. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.